What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. Before the Sacramento Kings became the Beam Team, the franchise guy that they were trying to build around was Demarcus Cousins. And recently there was a clip from Stephen A. Smith going on Paul George's podcast claiming that Demarcus Cousins would still be a top 5 center if he was still in the NBA getting an opportunity to play. Now, I don't know if any of you actually agree with this, but I will say when Demarcus Cousins was on the Kings, he was one of the best centers in the NBA, if not the best center in the NBA at that time. But unfortunately, the Kings never actually made the playoffs with Demarcus Cousins, even with how good he was, which was just very sad. So today we're going to be jumping into 2K today to do a throwback rebuild on this Kings team with Demarcus Cousins just entering the league. We're going to rewrite the wrong of the Kings never making the playoffs with such a good Demarcus Cousins. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like in this one and subscribe if you are new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. We're actually on the road to 40,000 subs right now. We're very close. The 39K after that will be 40K, so your subscription would be greatly appreciated. All right, so this is how we're doing things. I'm literally in the off season where the Kings drafted Demarcus Cousins, so the team isn't going to be exactly what it was in real life around Demarcus Cousins. This is my opportunity to have a better off season after we just drafted Demarcus Cousins. So this is what we're looking like right now. We just got Demarcus Cousins with the 5th overall pick. We also selected Boban Marjanovic with our second round pick. So that is what we're looking like currently as of right now. Tyreke Evans, Demarcus Cousins. But as I said, this team never actually made the playoffs with Demarcus Cousins. It really sucks. So today, we're going to try to rewrite history and get Demarcus Cousins in the playoffs and make the Kings a contender with them. Because as I said, back then, Cousins was an absolute stud. He was one of my favorite centers to watch back then, to be honest with you. It sucks the way his career turned out with the Achilles injury in New Orleans and stuff like that. But regardless, we're still going to try to make things happen with Cousins in Sacramento. So let's get started. Jason Thomas, player option at a 23 years old. Dante Green, 22. We're going to go ahead and accept both of those. Qualifying offers, we got nothing going on here. And then in free agency, we could go out here and just sign a good free agent immediately. 2K does not let you lower the cap space to how low it used to be back then. It was like really low back then, but 2K will not allow you to go that low unless if you're probably in, MyEras, but unfortunately you really can't start in the year of 2010. You have to like start in the year of like 2002, I think, and simulate from there, which I just didn't want to do. So if we look at our roster currently right now, so we have Jason Thompson, Carl Landry, we have Demarcus Cousins, Spencer Hawes, Boban Marjanovic. So we have depth at the big man spots. We do. And then we have Omri Caspi, Dante Green, Tyreke Evans, and Garcia, and also Jermaine Taylor, and then we have Bino Udre at the point guard spot. So in my opinion, if we can get a really good point guard this offseason, that's where we're going to start things, because that's kind of where we have the glaring hole right now. So I'm not in a rush to like put this team as a contender immediately. If we can just get like a good point guard, that would be fine with me. So Allen Iverson, Raymond Felton, we have Kyle Lowry here as well, Luke Ridnour, Delonte West, my apologies, not David West, Derek Fisher, CJ Watson. I saw Rondo, and obviously Demarcus Cousins did play with a Rondo, but we could go for Rajon Rondo right now. And as I said, this Kings team did not have this much cap space. The cap space was much lower back then, but Demarcus Cousins did play with Rondo. It just obviously wasn't when Rondo was like in his prime like this. So a 24-year-old Rondo, putting him next to Demarcus Cousins, it sounds like a recipe for success in my mind. So you know what? We're going to go ahead and offer Rajon Rondo a contract and try to get him to play with Demarcus Cousins. In my mind, he'd be the perfect point guard at this point at 24 years old to play next to Cousins. As I said, Rondo did eventually play with him in Sacramento, if you do remember that. But yeah, it was obviously way later in his career. So getting Rondo right now would be an absolute just must get, must steal. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to steal him away from the Celtics. We got Rajon Rondo on the Sacramento Kings now, which is great. Rudy Gay is also another guy. I don't know when the Kings ended up acquiring him, but I'm not going to go for him today. I think they got him via trade, but I could be totally wrong on that, so my apologies if I am. But we got Rondo. The only other thing I'm going to do now is just sign another point guard, and then we're going to go into the season feeling good. So I'm just going to go ahead and give Anthony Carter, if I can read, a minimum contract, and we're going to move on with that. So let's go straight to player progression. Let's see what this is going to look like. So we got Rondo going down 2 overall, which sucks. Evans is up to an 83. Thompson, Landry are up, Spencer Hawes is up, and Dante Green is up. We got a few guys going down, though, which is to be expected with how old they are. But we're going to go into this season. Tyreke Evans is out for the season in the Summer League, which sucks, but it's all good. So we're going to go into this season feeling pretty good with Rondo, and obviously the main thing is seeing Demarcus Cousins progress as much as possible. I'm going to go ahead and load a 2011 draft class, and if you guys enjoyed this throwback rebuild, by the way, as I said, drop a like in this one. I will be doing a Paul George one next, going back to when he was in Indiana. Those teams were very fun. So yeah, drop a like if you want to see that. So rotation going into this season is going to be Rajon Rondo and Tyreek Evans in the backcourt, which I love. We got Dante Green at the small forward spot with Jason Thompson. Demarcus Cousins, of course, the starting center this year. Kyle Landry, Bino Udre, and then Spencer Haas, and then Omri Caspi as a rotation. I want to see what Demarcus Cousins' shot tendency is. So Rondo's at a 66, which is fine. Cousins at a 95, so he should be able to develop immediately. So I'm not even going to touch anything he's got going on because he looks really good. 95 shot tendency, 99 touch tendency. I want him to be able to dominate as soon as possible like he did in real life for the Kings, so that is fine with me. We're going to go ahead and simulate this season. We're going to see how this goes, and hopefully maybe we can be a surprise playoff team this year, but it doesn't matter if we're not. It's just a matter of making sure eventually that we are a team that can make the playoffs and be a contender with Demarcus Cousins to rewrite the wrong back then. So at the end of the season, Kevin Durant wins MVP. Demarcus Cousins wins Rookie of the Year, averaging 18 and 8. You love to see it. Henry Walker, 6th Man of the Year. Josh Smith, Defensive Player. DeJuan Blair, Most Improved. And Doc Rivers, Coach of the Year. Taylor is your executive. So Darren Williams, Dwayne Wade, Kevin Durant, LeBron, Al Jefferson. Here's your All-NBA second team. All-NBA third team. Rajon Rondo makes it, which is cool to see. So he averaged 15 and 11. He's the perfect point guard in my mind to play next to Demarcus Cousins at this point. All defensive first team and all defensive second team. And of course, Demarcus Cousins made an all rookie first team, which is great. But we did, in fact, actually make the playoffs as the 8th seed. So we're already off to a better start in Demarcus Cousins' career, actually getting into the playoffs for the first time in a Sacramento uniform. But here are your player stats for the year. 18 points from Demarcus Cousins, 17 from Tyreek Evans, 15.5 and 11 from Rajon Rondo, 14 from Dante Green, 11 from Jason Thompson, and 10 from Bino Udre. So let's go ahead and see if we can find a way to upset the Kobe Lakers. I highly doubt it, but you never really know. They have Kobe and Pau Gasol, I think, at this point, unless they lost one of them. So they have Raymond Felton, Kobe, Lamar Odom, Pau Gasol, Andrew Bynum. So I highly doubt we're able to upset them. I don't know if we're ready for a moment like that, but hey, here goes nothing. Somebody current round against them, they are going to win. Yeah, they beat us in 5. So they take care of us pretty easily, and we didn't get injured or anything like that. But yeah, we got taken care of pretty easily. So let's go ahead and see who goes on to win the championship. The Wizards and the Clippers are going to be the matchup for the finals, as Gilbert Arenas Agent Zero gets them all the way there with Brandon Roy in the backcourt with him. Wow. And Ray Allen. Very nice additions by the Wizards. Somebody current round, you're going to have the Clippers go on to win it all. So in this draft, we're going to have the 17th overall pick, as Raptors get number 1, Charlotte number 2, and Jazz number 3. Now, we could make an aggressive move and make a trade if we wanted to, or we could just roll with, adding another young piece to this team, because we're still a young team relatively. So I don't know. There's a lot of ways we can go about this. I'm probably just going to jump straight in the draft and see what's available to me at 17. If there's nothing good, maybe we can look into it. So is there anyone right now that I could technically trade that's on a good salary? So Cousins, obviously I'm not trading. Bino Udre, and let's say, okay, so we have Bino Udre. Okay, so we do have some salaries we're going to throw together to make a trade if we wanted to. So let's just see what would be available to us at 17. So Kyrie goes to the Raptors. Jimmy Butler goes to the Charlotte Bobcats. Kawhi Leonard to the Jazz. Klay Thompson to the Grizzlies. Nikola Mirotic to the Nets. You have Nikola Vucevic to the Pistons. Bojan to the Timberwolves. Warriors get Jonah Valanciunas. Kim Walker to the Rockets. We're probably getting to the point where there's not going to be a whole lot of talent left for me, but we'll see. Chandler Parsons, Norris Cole. We got Tristan Thompson, Tobias Harris. That would have been a nice pick, but Marcus Morris. Okay. What can we get? I know Markieff hasn't gone yet. We have Bismack Biyombo. So we have Reggie Jackson. We have Derek Williams, Jimmer Fredette, which I believe is who the Kings ended up taking. Obviously, that didn't really work out very well. Markieff Morris, Bismack Biyombo. Ooh, Isaiah Thomas, of course, went the 60th overall pick in this draft, but I don't think I can pass up on Isaiah Thomas. So I think that's going to be the pick. I mean, they picked him in real life with a 60th overall pick, if I'm not mistaken. So we're going to go ahead and grab Mr. Isaiah Thomas, and then we'll grab and see if we got anybody in the second round we can grab. I don't think so. We have Leonard, which is not Kawhi Leonard, but it is a Leonard. I'm not going to worry about the second round. So I think those are a lot of auto-generated guys. Anyway, Isaiah Thomas out of this draft class is a 72 overall. I'm still happy to have him. Reggie Jackson would have been great as well, but Alec Burks was the better pick at 74. Jimmer Fredette, still the same overall as them, and Bismack Biyombo would have been a good pick as well, but it's all good. So Isaiah Thomas, signing him. Player options, we got Tyreek Evans. I'm going to accept Boban as well. So that's not going to disgruntle me from making a trade still, but we are going to have cap space because, I kind of explained it why earlier. So we could go out here and sign like another really good free agent to add to this Kings team. So we have Rondo, Bino Udre, Isaiah Thomas now, Tariq Evans. I think the main position I would love to upgrade is one of the forward spots. Absolutely. So I think if I was gonna, so Dante Green last year averaged 14, 32% shooting from three at 23 years old. So I think if I was gonna make one change, it would be the power forward spot. Although Jason Thompson's, solid as well. He didn't do anything wrong necessarily, but I think if I can make an upgrade at that power forward spot, that is what I would want to go with. So obviously, if we brought in like Amari Stoudemire, put him next to Cousins, that'd be amazing. But I don't want to go that route. I kind of want to see if there's like a trade we can make just to make things a little bit more fun here. So I'm going to see if there's a trade out there because I don't love the power forward selection after, I will say, Amari Stoudemire, but we'll see. And then Carmelo, I guess, could be fun as well, or Kevin Durant for that matter. But I'm going to go see if there's a legitimate power forward I can go get to put next to Cousins here. Now, this might be a dream scenario, but the guy I want to try to get on this team is Kevin Love. We all know what kind of dog Kevin Love was on the Minnesota Timberwolves, just averaged 23 and 14. Putting him next to Demarcus Cousins, I think, would guarantee that we're easily a contender in the Western Conference next year. So it might be hard to acquire him, which is why I'm not like banking on this actually happening, but we're going to try it anyway. So I'm going to throw in Jason Thompson, obviously. Isaiah Thomas I just drafted, and I would throw Boban. I don't know how much trade value you would have. My first round pick in 2025 and my first round pick in 2027. And I'll throw in also and Andres New. I don't really know how to say that, but I doubt they say yes to this. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. I'll throw in another pick as well. Let's see if that changes their mind. I highly doubt it, but it's worth a shot. And yeah, Kevin Love is just a little too optimistic to think we could do something like that. Omri Caspi, no. And then if I threw Cousins in, they may say yes to this, but yeah, I think Kevin Love is kind of a pipe dream. I'll throw Green in. Yeah, so it's not gonna happen. Cousins, just kind of a dream. It's not gonna happen. Another power forward I wouldn't mind getting is Serge Ibaka on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now, obviously, the Thunder ended up trading James Harden, and they chose that path, but maybe this time around, they choose to trade Serge Ibaka away, and we get him on the team next to Demarcus Cousins. I would love a Serge Ibaka on this team. So I'm going to be willing to throw them Boban Marjanovic. So Jason Thompson, Boban, and I would throw a couple of second rounders their way to see if they would say yes to this. I'm going to try not to trade any first, and they do agree. So just like that, Serge Ibaka comes over to the Sacramento Kings. He's not like the best power forward we could have gotten out there. Obviously, we just tried for Kevin Love. That failed. But Serge Ibaka next to Demarcus Cousins, I think, would be a really good fit. So I love that. And now we can go and sign some depth in free agency. I think that's the main thing we need to worry about. So backup shooting guard. I think we basically need a backup pretty much everywhere other than point guard. That's kind of where I'm at right now. So I'm not going to sign like the dream, like Al Horford, 28 million or anything like that. I'm just going to go out and get some cheap backups for this team. So Kendrick Perkins at $9 million. We'll do something like that. He can back up to Demarcus Cousins. Shooting guard. We have J.R. Smith, who is a dog. I had him once. Shannon Brown, Rip Hamilton. I'm going to go Shannon Brown. We're going to go and see what small forward we can get. So small forwards, we have Butler. We have Dunleavy. Like I said, we're just going to try to fill the depth as much as we can. So I'm going to go for Dunleavy on 1 year. We'll bring him into Sacramento. And last but certainly not least, power forwards, I believe I've not made an offer to. And Carl Landry is still here with the bird rights. I'll bring him in a second. So we'll bring him back. And that will be our offseason. Nothing crazy, but I think it'll be fine. So we're going to sign all four of these guys to be backups for us going forward. So we'll have that going for us. And then do we have anybody else we can sign? No. I mean, we can still technically make another signing, but we're not going to commit to a bunch of things. So I'm feeling good about that. I'm going to sign one more center, and that should be it. So one more center, and then we should be fine. So I'm going to sign, let's sign Eddie Curry to a 1 year deal. Let's bring him in for 1 year. Just more extra depth, so we'll go for that, and that will be our offseason. Now, I'm curious to see how much DeMarcus Cousins progresses this offseason. He is going to go up to a... He went down, like, literally. That does not make any... I'm sorry, but I'm boosting him up. I don't understand why he went down. That literally makes no sense in my mind. He should at least develop into, like, an 83 overall, and I don't care if you disagree with that. I'm boosting him up, because him going down makes literally 0 sense. So going into this season, this is what we're going to look like going into the season. Rajon Rondo, Tariq Evans, Mike Dunleavy starting at the small forward spot, I guess. Serge Ibaka, DeMarcus Cousins, Kendrick Perkins, Dante Green, Bino Udre, Carl Landry with a bunch of depth off the bench. So if we get any injuries this season, we should be totally fine. One thing I'm also going to do is I'm going to actually send Isaiah Thomas to the G League and have him just absolutely just destroy down there, basically. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to send Isaiah Thomas to the G League, boost his shot tendency up, and I will see you guys at the end of year number 2. So we are at the trade deadline, as we are currently 32-23 on the season right now. Basically, my game plan here is to get a small forward. Tyreke Evans is out right now, which kind of sucks, but he's averaging 23 points per game. But I'm trying to upgrade from Mike Dinwiddie. He's averaging 11.5 on 47% shooting from 3. We probably don't need to make a huge upgrade, but I still want to be a contender this year. Demarcus Cousins averaging 21. Rondo's averaging 19 and 11, so Rondo's doing his thing. But basically, I'm trying to get a small forward, as I said. So there's a bunch of options here, to be honest with you. So first guy that caught my eye was going to be Trevor Ariza. Trevor Ariza on the Rockets could be fun. Bringing him in as a 3-and-D wing, kind of like the idea of that. Another guy that caught my eye was Nick Batum. Of course, there's Iguodala. That's another fun one. You have Paul Pierce, Rudy Gay, obviously, who they eventually ended up getting. I have no idea how they acquired Rudy Gay, to be honest with you. I would have to look back on how it happened. But Rudy Gay, I'm assuming, is via a trade. If we got Rudy Gay back on the team, that could be kind of fun. Although he's making way too much money, I think, for us to go get him right now. So I think my dream guy right now would be Trevor Ariza. I think Trevor Ariza makes a lot of sense. He's 83 overall, 3-and-D wing. We can bring him in, play him next to Cousins and Rondo. I think I like the idea of that. So I'm going to offer Mike Dinwiddie. And I would be fine with offering my first round pick this year because I have full confidence we're going to be a playoff team, especially if we acquire Ariza here. So Dinwiddie and actually, let's try to keep Dinwiddie out of the trade. Let's see if we can move him to the bench, and instead we offer Shannon Brown. So Shannon Brown and a first for Ariza. What do you say? They do not agree to that. I'm going to offer a second, another second, and another second. I will offer another second. If not, I'll go offer this for another small forward. So they say no to that. Let's see if we can go get maybe Nick Batum from the Blazers. I wouldn't mind that either. Let's see what he's doing this year. So he's making $2 million, 12 points, and he's an 83 overall as well. So we can't technically match salary with that. So let's say we did it for, Omri Cat. I'd be fine with doing it for Omri Caspi. So 1 first, 3 seconds for Nicholas Batum. He'll be our brand new small forward, 3-and-D wing. And they say no to that as well, which I'm quite surprised by. Okay, so no Nick Batum. Iguodala is making $13 million, so maybe we go for that here eventually. Let's see. Is there anyone else? I'm trying to get a small forward here, and I've struck out on the first 2 guys I've tried to go for. Josh Smith also could be fun, but I think maybe we try for Rudy Gay. Maybe we go out there and try to get Rudy Gay back. So Rudy Gay, we're going to need $24 million in this trade to match it. And actually, now that I'm really looking at things, it might be really hard to do that. I will offer Eddie Curry. Let's say Shannon Brown. Yeah, that's not going to get us. I guess we're closer than I think. Okay, so let's say we offer that, and then let's give them, let's say it's this guy at the bottom, and then obviously they're going to have to throw me like a minimum player. So let's say it's Kelly. Okay, so do they say yes to this for Rudy Gay? I highly doubt it, and they said yes. So you know what? We once again got Rudy Gay back on the Sacramento Kings. So boom, Rudy Gay still becomes a king eventually. And now we have a starting 5 of Rondo, Tyreke Evans when he's healthy, Rudy Gay, Serge Ibaka, and Demarcus Cousins. I think that's a very, 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 very talented team in the West. So with Rudy Gay coming over, I expect big things, and hopefully we can go win a championship this year. Maybe we don't, but next year there's gonna be a window for it still. So at the end of year number 2, KG wins MVP for the Celtics. Jimmy Butler, Rookie of the Year on the Bobcats. Conley's your 6th man on the Warriors. Tim Duncan, Defensive Player, and then James Harden, Most Improved. So obviously, they traded Serge Ibaka away. They kept James Harden, and then Andrew Sampson is your Coach of the Year. So you have Kobe, Russell Westbrook, KG, LeBron, Al Jefferson. We have like a Rondo or a Demarcus Cousins. That'd be kind of cool. Rondo makes it, and Demarcus Cousins makes it. Let's go. So both of them make an All-NBA team, which is awesome. And we are the 4th seed in the West. So going up against the Portland Trailblazers in round 1. So player stats, you had 21 from Tyreke Evans leading the way. Rudy Gay with 21 as well. Cousins had 19.7, Rondo with 18 and 12. So I'm feeling really good about the team we've thrown together. And it's funny because all 4 of these guys in real life, of course, played for the Sacramento Kings. Now, did Rondo play with Rudy Gay? I don't remember. I don't think he played with Tyreke Evans, but it is still fun to think about. So let's see if we can come out here and beat the Blazers. They have Andre Miller, Larry Hughes, Batum, Dirk Nowitzki. Okay, and then they have Greg Oden. So obviously Dirk is the guy we have to worry about. They did lose Brandon Roy earlier in the video. So let's see if we can come out here and take down the Blazers. They're going to be up 3-0 on us. Did we get hurt or something? Like, damn, okay. Dirk Nowitzki is just that guy, which he kind of is. Don't get me wrong, but I thought for sure we'd be going far in these playoffs, and that is just not the case at all, unless if we come back from 3-0 deficit, which technically is possible, as we've won 2 straight here. So maybe we can make it 3 straight and go to a game 7. So let's see if we can take them back to Sacramento here, and it is going to be a very close game. but it looks like we may. Okay, hold on. It's not. It's very close, and we are going to go to overtime and take care of them. So just like that, we have forced a game 7 back to Sacramento on this Blazers squad. Now, can we finish the deal is the question. Can we finish the 3-0 comeback? It's looking good unless we blow it, and I think it's safe to say that Dirk Nowitzki has blown a 3. Oh, never mind. It's not safe to say. Oh goodness, that blows like really badly. Wow, we just literally almost came back for 3-0 and blew it at the very end. So we just like out blew them, if that makes any sense. I don't know. Regardless, we lost to the Blazers in round 1. Literally came back for 3-0 just to lose. That sucks. Okay, Dirk Nowitzki's former team makes it all the way to the finals. Who do they have? They have, okay, what is Jason Terry averaging, like 30 right now? Like, why? How did this team make the finals? Whatever. Somebody current round, and you're gonna have the Wizards going to beat them though. Kevin Durant went home to DC. Is he playing with Agent Zero right now? Because that would be, oh, he is. Agent Zero, Kevin Durant, and Brandon Roy. That's nasty. I'm not gonna lie. So that might be a team we have to worry about next year if we do get to the finals. But man, we almost came back for 3-0. That sucks. So we have 4 team options here that we're going to accept. We're a very, very young team. So Tyreek Evans, Cousins, Serge Ibaka, Omri Caspi, we're going to accept all of those. Qualifying offers, Wesley Kelly, we're not too concerned about. I think this offseason, we pretty much have our starting 5 locked in. It's just a matter of, you know, having depth. That's really all it comes down to. So Rondo, Bino Udre, Isaiah Thomas. I don't know how good Isaiah Thomas will be coming back from the G League. Hopefully he will develop like crazy. We'll see. Tyreek Evans. So, I mean, again, it's just a matter of adding depth to the team. So that's kind of where we're at. So bird rights, what do we have? We got Dante Green, my apologies. I am going to bring him back. So let's sign Dante Green back. And then if we can bring in Mike Dunleavy back as well, I wouldn't mind it. So we got Walker. We got Earl Jenkins from the G League. We have Corey Brewer, Matt Barnes. So, I mean, what do we got? So small forwards. We have small forward depth, so I don't need a small forward. We need a 2 more than anything. So let's go get a shooting guard. Shooting guard, we got Brandon Rush, Kyle Korver, Mike Miller, JJ Redick. I'm going to go for JJ Redick. You can never have enough shooting, so I'll go for that. And then we can go get like some power forwards like Nick Collison, who's a Thunder legend. And I'll sign Okur to be our other big. So we'll go for that. So those will be our 2 depth signings. And that should be it. So let's go to player progression and let's see if this year Cousins actually goes up or not. And he, once again, is going down. Or he stays the same. I don't get it. I don't know why he's not developing, but whatever. Once again, I'm going to push him up to like an 86, something like that. I think that's well deserved in my opinion. So we got Isaiah Thomas up to 75, and the rest of these guys are going down, which is fine. But yeah, really sucks to see that Cousins is not developing. So I'm going to push him up just a little bit, and then Evans went down. Not sure why that's going that way as my alarm is going off, but I'll see you guys with the rotation. So rotation going into year number 3 is going to be Rondo, Tyreek Evans, Rudy Gay, Serge Ibaka, Demarcus Cousins, Kendrick Perkins, Bino Udre, JJ Redick, and Dante Green with Landry, Isaiah Thomas, Collison, and Omri Caspi as extra depth if we need it. So we should be fine if injuries do occur. 7-second system. Do we go to like 4-star anywhere? We do not. So we're going to go ahead, similar year 3, obviously with the expectation of being a contender this year. We've made the playoffs both years, almost made the Blazers blow a 3-0 lead last year. Did not work out. We'll see how it goes. And hopefully we are a contender in the West and finish up as like a top 3 seed. We'll see. So this season, I got my wish. We finished up as a top 3 seed in the Western Conference, which is great. But we're also healthy, which is great. I thought for sure we'd have at least like 1 injury, but fortunately, we don't have one, which is great. We'll see if that can continue here. We get the Dallas Mavericks in round 1. Now, they made it to the NBA Finals last year. I still don't know how. I mean, Aldridge, I guess, is a stud, but he's only averaging 20 points. They'll still have Jason Terry. So hopefully we don't lose to this team. I feel like we shouldn't. They made it to the finals, but we'll see how it goes. Let's take a look at the player stats for the season. So player stats for the season, Rudy Gay led the way with 24, 22 from Cousins. You had 16 from Tyreek Evans, 13 and 10 from Rondo, 12 from Bino Udre, 10 from Ibaka, and then 10 from JJ Redick, 8 from Dante Green. So here goes nothing. Going up against Dallas in round 1, somebody current round, and we are going to go to a game 7 once again. So game 7, give less minutes to JJ Redick. I don't know if we have any injuries. Hopefully not. It looks like we're pretty healthy. So if we lose to Dallas, this team, I don't know what is clicking for this team, to be honest with you. I don't feel that intimidated by them, but here goes nothing. Game 7 in Sacramento. So another game 7. We start off with a really good lead, but they take it. We take it back. Now, do we keep it is the question. I thought we won last year, and then we blew it at the very end. But this year, I think we got it, maybe. Yep. Okay, so we beat them in 7. That was closer than I would have wanted. But now we get the Lakers. Let's see what they have still. So they have Kobe, Pau Gasol, Bynum. It's pretty much the same starting 5 as they had. They also have DeAndre Jordan, Beverly, Ramon Sessions, Scola, Jay Crowder, and Meta World Peace. So here goes nothing, man. Game 1, we're actually gonna go up 1-0, 119 to 109. So 30 points from Tyreek Evans, 20 from Cousins, 18 from Rudy Gay, 11 to 10 from Rondo. Game 2, they even it up. Fair enough. Game 3, 2-1. Game 4, can we go up 3-1? Yes, we can. Can we beat them at 5? Yes, we can. I don't know why we struggled against the Mavericks and absolutely just beat the Lakers that easily, but whatever. I'll take it as we get to play the New Orleans Hornets in the Western Conference Finals. They have Chris Paul, Jared Wallace, David West, Robin Lopez, Okafor, Darren Collison, Henry Walker. But we've made it this far. Rondo is day-to-day, so he should be back, which is great. And now we get to game 1. Okay, game 1, 120 to 113 start, 28 and 10, which is also funny because as we know, Rondo and Chris Paul are not very fond of each other. So this would be pretty fun to watch, I will say. Game 2, they even it up. Game 3, 2-1. Okay, do we have an injury here? No. We're just down 2-1. All right, so we got to finish, or we got to even it up in game 4. We absolutely cannot go down 3-1 to Chris Paul and the Hornets. So here we go. Let's see if I can come back and win game 4. They are blowing us away here, and it's not looking good for us, and we are going to lose game 4. All right, so did we suffer an injury or did they? Rudy Gay got hurt day-to-day, strained right quad. He should be able to play through it though, so we'll hopefully have him. And yeah, so here goes nothing. Game 5. Rudy Gay is injured, but I'm still going to throw him out there because we need to win this game. And it is not looking good for us, boys. I think we might be going home to the Charlotte Hornets. Unless if we come back, which we did not. Chris Paul, Drew Holiday. And we are going to lose in the Western Conference Finals as the Hornets went on to win the championship with Chris Paul as your Finals MVP. I'm pretty sure. Okay, Rondo's one year left in his deal. Rudy Gay may have a player option. I'm not sure. Actually, he does. So player option, Tyreek Evans. We're gonna have to re-sign him. Cousins has another year. So I think we're gonna go one more season on this. That's it. We're gonna run it back for one more year. If it doesn't work out next year, we made the step to the conference finals. We get eliminated next year, then that's all she wrote. So at the end of this final season, we actually went 58 and 24. So things might be clicking for us as Cousins made an all NBA second team. First seed in the West, unless, okay, so no injuries either. So we're in a pretty good position right now. Actually, no, there is an injury, I believe. Yeah, Tyreek Evans is out. I was about to say, oh, he's out for the season as well. Dislocated left patella, so we're going to have to do this without Tyreek Evans, which really sucks, but it is what it is. Nothing we can do about it now. So let's see if Rondo, Rudy Gay, and Demarcus Cousins can get it done as we get to play the Denver Nuggets in round 1. They have Cannon Mayo, Ray Allen, Tim Duncan, Shannon Fry, Aaron Aflalo. So here goes nothing. Someone in current round against them, and we are going to take care of them in 5. Did we come away without an injury? We did. Awesome. Really sucks, again, that we don't have Tyreek Evans. But now we get the Warriors. We have Stephen Curry, Monte Ellis, Chandler, Derek Favors, Mike Conley off the bench. So pretty solid team in Golden State. Would not be surprised if we lost to this team, to be honest with you. So somebody current round against them. And nope, we punch our ticket back to the conference finals to once again play the Hornets. So they have Chris Paul, Jeremy Lamb, Jared Wallace, David West, Robin Lopez. I think their team looks relatively the same. Did we escape away without an injury in that round? We did. Okay, so here goes nothing. Game 1, we are going to go up 1-0. 124-89, absolutely obliterated them, so that's good to see. 29 and 10, Rudy Gay with 27, 23 and 10. Okay, game 2, aiming it up. Game 3, 2-1. Game 4, 3-1, and we're gonna beat them this time like that. Why couldn't we have done that last year? Tell me why. Demarcus Cousins, Kevin Durant going up against each other in the finals. Are we once again still healthy? Yes, and we're even doing this without Tyreek. Maybe Tyreek Evans held us back. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know. All right, Wizards. They have Gilbert Arenas, Brandon Roy, Kevin Durant, Paul Millsap, Jordan Hill, Manu Ginobili. This is going to be a tough team to beat, man. It really is. But, hey, we got to the finals, and that's all we can really ask for. We gave DeMarcus Cousins a chance today, and that's what I wanted. So here we go. We're up 1-0, though. Beat them by 5. Rudy Gay with 40, which is a great start to this one. Gilbert Arenas with 24, Kevin Durant with 23. So far, we've beat everybody in 5. Does that continue here? Game 2, 2-0. Game I don't know how we're going on such a run with Tyreek Evans hurt right now, which is absolutely insane to me. But I will take it. 3-0 lead. Now, let's not blow it, though. And nope. It's going to happen, isn't it? Oh, here it goes. Here it goes. I should have known. I should have known it was too good to be true. 3-3 series right now. Perkins got hurt. Okay. Game 7 to win a championship or blow the 3-0 lead here. Can we be the team that's known as blowing it? Okay, it looks good so far. It's looking good. Don't blow this lead. I will tell you, don't do that. And okay, I think we're in the clear. I think we're in the clear. We got a championship. It was kind of a scare there for a second, but we got it done. We got Demarcus Cousins a championship with the Sacramento Kings as Rudy Gay is your finals MVP. That was a fun little video. If you guys want to continue to see throwback rebuilds, as I said, the next one I want to do is Paul George and the Pacers. Those teams were always fun. But if the series doesn't continue to get a lot of love, I may discontinue the throwback rebuild. So make sure you drop a like on this one if you want to see more. But for now, this is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.